Hey everybody, I'm trying something a little bit different today. Today you're going to package with me. We'll start out with our papers or our orders and our labels. And let's get started. So what I normally start with is placing labels on our packages. We used to have plastic bags, like the white U-line plastic bags. I'm trying to go towards being a little bit more green. It's hard some ways because I think everything is in plastic. But we did our first step and we switched to brown paper bag mailers. So step by step, we're trying to go more green. And this is definitely the first step. We sell our bikinis on different platforms. So we have our own website, Bikinis Businss, but we also sell our bikinis on Amazon as well as eBay and Etsy. So we will separate each store. It makes putting the orders with the packages a lot easier. I have an entire process. So of course, we'll print out the orders, then we'll print out the labels. We'll put all labels on our paper mailers first, just to get that step out the way. A fun fact about our business is I actually used to work for Bikinis Businss, and it was owned by a husband and wife. I got really close with the owners. I did all aspects of the business, but I also went to school for fashion design. So the sewing part, as well as the construction part or the pattern part, was no biggie. I believe I worked for them for maybe 4 or 5 years. Yes, it has to be 5 years. I think I started working for them in 2015, and then they sold the company to me in 2020. After we're done putting everything together in terms of the orders going with the labels, now we're going to string all of the tops. It makes the process a lot easier when you string everything at once, or you'll do everything at once. If you're going to put the labels on the packages, you'll do all of that at once. If you're going to put the labels with the orders, do that all at once. If you're going to string all of the tops, do that all at once. Instead of just having to do so many different steps, you'll just knock it out all at once. Another fun fact about Bikinis Businss, when I did work for Bikinis Businss, we did everything on home sewing machines, like Singers, just regular home sewing machines. We did everything, all of the sewing on that. It was treacherous. Not necessarily treacherous as in the quality. I don't like that quality anymore. But it was so time consuming. It took us way longer to do everything that we wanted to do or had to do in terms of sewing. Once I bought the business, I knew I wanted to grow it so much more and so much faster. But that meant that we had to be able to sew way more bikinis in a way less time frame. And with that is how we started sewing on industrial machines. Something that can make business a lot easier is to slowly go into everything that you want to do. If, for example, when we wanted to start buying industrial machines, I bought a used industrial machine for cheaper because I just wasn't sure whether it would work or not for what I wanted to do. You will make mistakes. I bought 2 different types of industrial machines that were wrong for what we wanted to do before I found the machines that were right for what we wanted to do. So everything is trial and error, and just don't beat yourself up about it. The next step that we like to do all at once, of course, is we like to put crotch liners on everything. We just want everyone to feel comfortable, feel safe when they're receiving their items. Another fun fact about Bikinis Bikinis is the same person that I used to work with as like a fellow employee still works with me today. I don't like to say works for me because it just seems so weird, because he's actually a friend of mine, a very close friend of mine. But yeah, he was working for Bikinis Bikinis before I started working there. And yeah, once I bought it, he still works for me. So he's been working for Bikinis Bikinis since I think 2013, and I started in 2015. Yeah, and we are still together. The next thing that we do is we will go order by order and package each bikini as it goes. Now, this is something that we are working on. As previously, I did tell you that we wanted to get we wanted to go more green. So we are going to change out these plastic mailers or these plastic bags that we're putting the bikinis in. And we actually are working on something at the moment and can't wait to show you guys. This is a tip. Something that can help you is to always double check. When we are packaging the orders or packaging the bikinis, whenever we place the bikinis with their order, we will double check it at least 2 or 3 times. So we're going to count the number of bikinis that are on that paper. We're going to count the number of bikinis that are in our hand. That number has to match. Then we're going to go down the list and also make sure each bikini is there. That's double checking that. That has to match, of course. And then what we'll also double check is the name on the paper also matches the name on the label. So we try to double check things 2 or 3 times before we ship it out. It's so many different orders, so many different bikinis. It just helps. It helps. It alleviates on different mistakes. One of the things that I had to learn with owning my own business is boundaries. When you work with people that are very close to you, people that you're friends with, maybe also working with your family members, it becomes very hard to create those boundaries. So a lot of times it seems like it'll all run together, your relationships with your business, and it gets extremely exhausting sometimes. So after a certain time frame, say 5 o'clock, I'm done. I don't really want to talk about business. I don't want to talk about another sewing machine. I don't want to answer another email. After 5 o'clock hits, I'm done. Even with the people that work with me in my business, our close friends and family, after 5 o'clock, we are no longer talking about business. A good tip whenever you're just starting your business, I would definitely try to put it on as many platforms as possible. The platforms that you're putting them on, they already have their own customers. The customers are already there. You don't have to search for them. They're already on the site. They're searching for whatever it is that you're buying, and you will pop up. So if you are a new business owner, I would suggest to get on Etsy. eBay is not so good anymore. It used to be good for me, but it isn't anymore. But Etsy is really great. Amazon is really great. Amazon is really hard though. Amazon is extremely hard. I just found that it's easier to pay somebody to deal with the whole Amazon platform and Amazon within itself. But in terms, it does give you a lot of orders, of course. As you're building yourself, you're building your products, and you're placing them on Etsy, eBay, and Amazon, you can also slowly build your website. Build your website, build your social media, and it will all come together. When I first bought this business, it was nowhere close to where it is now. We did a lot of orders, so I can't take that away. But we are so far ahead of when I first bought this business, as well as when I worked for the business. We are so much further. Everything is just a slow growth, so you definitely have to have patience, care, and really good customer service. Another tip in business, give free items if someone purchases over a certain dollar amount. Right here, our beach bag. You can get that if you purchase over $200. It's just an incentive for people to pay more. Now that we have double checked and triple checked, we will seal everything up and take everything to the post office. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like. It lets me know if this is the type of video that you want to continue to see. Don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for watching.